Now we're going to work with our feet in the straps. Long straps first, then short straps for inversions, and we're going to be on 2 red springs. Your headrest is in the up position while we're in long straps. So take your feet and put them in the longer hoops and get yourself situated where your shoulders feel comfortable. And your low back, again, you have your natural arch and your belly is pulled in. So we're first just going to begin by my hands are flat. We're going to inhale when they come up to the ceiling, keeping your tailbone on, and exhale when you press down. Don't go so low that it pops your back off the reformer. You want to keep your belly pulled in nice and tight to protect it. We're just getting length here. Exhaling and inhaling, my feet are together if that's possible, nice and slow. Every time my feet go low, I'm really focused on keeping my abdomen pulled in, nice and tight, working on my core strength here and my flexibility. Everything we're doing is about 10 repetitions. Again, nice and slow, really keeping the muscles engaged the whole time and not allowing my tailbone to come off the reformer while I'm in long straps. So if it's for you and your legs can only come to here, that's fine. Don't let your bum come up when you're in the long straps. Now when we get to the bottom, we're going to pause. We're going to open our feet from the bottom. And we're going to slowly circle them out and around, back up to the ceiling together. Exhale when they go down. Open circle out and around as wide as you can each time, keeping the belly pulled in nice and tight. You're really drawing a line outside of your room as you go out and around. The biggest circles that you can draw without your tailbone coming off the machine. And don't forget to breathe. Nice big leg circles. Just like that. We're going to do this way as we go down, out and around. Now when you get to the top, you're going to pause and you'll open from the top and circle down and around. Still nice and slow. Keeping your belly pulled in nice and tight and not allowing your tailbone to come off the reformer. Keeping your core nice and engaged the whole time. The longer you can get the legs to go out and around, the bigger stretch that you're going to feel, the more hip mobility that you're going to gain. Breathing nice and slow. Just like that. And we're going to come to the bottom. We're going to bring our feet to frog. That's the bottom of our feet together, the heels to your butt, the thighs to your chest. Now there's many feet positions you can go here. Bottoms of the feet together, the sides of your feet together. Whatever hip mobility you have today will be fine. Just the goal is to keep the feet together. You take a deep breath in. Exhale as you press your frog away. Inhale as you come back in. We're going to exhale the frog away and inhale it back in. Some people also call this the butterfly. I just think frogs are cute. Exhaling it away, inhaling it back in a couple of times, keeping the belly pulled in, not allowing the low back to come off the reformer. Keep your natural curve in your spine, but your belly button is pulled in. A few more times here. Now we're going to bring it in the frog position and hold it in frog. Take a deep breath in. Open your right leg only out to the right wall. Keep your left hip nice and still. Nothing on this left side body is going to move. You're just going to practice lifting and lowering this right leg. Slow and controlled, trying to lower it a little bit lower each time without the left hip coming off the machine. Just practice lifting and lowering, keeping your belly pulled in. Everything is nice and stable. Just like that. You're lifting and lowering. Again, big control. Pointing the toe, really lengthening out that inner thigh. Just like that. 2 more here. Not letting the left side bodies move as much as possible. Very good. Now bend the knee and bring the right foot back in to meet the left in frog. Take a deep breath in, and you're going to open the left leg out without moving the right leg, keeping it nice and straight. Point the toe. You're going to practice lifting and lowering that left leg, keeping it nice and straight without the right side body moving. The right hip is nice and still. Everything is nice and calm. The belly is pulled in. You're just really working on that left inner thigh all the way down your calf. Practice lifting and lowering nice and slow. Doing your best to keep your right side body nice and still as you lift and lower. Just lengthening it out, opening up that hip. Good. 2 more times. Remembering to breathe. Very good. Now we're going to go out. We're going to bend the knee. Bring the left heel to meet the right in frog. You're going to take a deep breath in from here. You're going to open both legs to the biggest V that you can. You will zip your inner thighs together as your feet come down to the foot bar and come back into frog. You're going to open both legs at the same time, so slow you don't move the carriage that you're laying on. And then you zip those thighs together and do it again. Open, zip. Belly is in the whole time and I'm breathing. I open and I zip. A few more this direction. We try to get 10 repetitions in every move. Nice control. Keep the belly pulled in. Don't let the low back come up. When we get to the bottom, we're going to reverse. So we're going to open from the bottom, bend at the knee, bring the heels together in frog, and then press the frog back out. So you open to the V at the bottom, bring that V open to the ceiling, keeping your tailbone on. Heels come together in frog and press the frog out. And do it again. Open, belly's pulled in the whole time, heels together in frog, and press the frog back out. Let's do it one more time. Heels together. Press it out. Now we're going to go into the parallel series. That means I want your feet a couple of inches apart and don't let them touch. We're going to go straight to the ceiling, bend the knees into my chest. My heels face the foot bar in this deep squat position. Then I press my feet out and I do the same thing again. We are mimicking a very deep squat. You notice my knees are coming close to my chest. The closer to your chest that your knees can go and the heels face the foot bar, you're in a really great deep squat position. Keep the belly pulled in nice and tight as you do it. Really working on that flexibility of your lower body and training your quads and hamstrings how to squat deep. Just like this. Belly is in. Now let's reverse. Bring our knees to the chest. Now when I raise my heels to the ceiling, I'm going to go so slow, my carriage will not move. And then I'll press my legs back down. So I bring my knees in my chest. I raise my heels to the ceiling so slow, my carriage won't move, and I press my feet back down. Let's do it again. Knees go in, heels raise up nice and slow. Straight legs come down. Good, one more time. Nice and slow. And now at the foot bar, hold. We're going to do inward mini circles the size of a tennis ball. It's important to keep your belly pulled in here, engaging that core. It's nice and slow and controlled. You're just inwardly rotating, just like that. Nice and slow, nice and smooth, breathing. And now we're going to reverse outwardly, big like a basketball. Remembering, don't lower the legs so low that your low back is going to come up off the machine. Keep the natural curve in your spine while your belly is pulled in the whole time. And you're breathing, nice big circles outwardly, just like that. Very good. 3 and 2. And one more. Very good. Now let's finish this long strap series with Peter Pan. So we're going to go back into frog. You're going to open your right leg out. This left heel is facing your inner thigh. So now you're going to take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, you will close both feet together at the foot bar. And then your right knee will bend outwardly and your left leg will go out to the sidewall. Then you exhale, close the heels together at the foot bar. And then your left knee bends outwardly and your right leg straightens. So it's a precursor. The frog was a precursor to this move, and it just helps you be able to keep both hips stable and nice and open. The more that you can bend the knee outwardly of the opposite leg, the better hip mobility you're going to be getting. And you can see why they call this Peter Pan if you've watched the movie. Good, just like that. Let's do 2 more. Good, and let's do 1 more. Okay. Now we're going to bend our knees to our chest. We're going to put our feet into the short hoops. And we are going to lay our headrest all the way to the flat position. Now, we're going to be working on some inversions in these moves. And so if you are day 1 or 2 of your cycle, you probably don't want to get your hips up over your chest. You can just enjoy a little bit of spinal traction it will give you. But otherwise, unless you've got a back issue or something, it shouldn't be a problem. But you take it as your back feels like it. Not everybody can get their hips up high for inversions. This is a practice that you just work on. You practice it every day. So you take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, we're going to keep our feet together. We're going to slowly melt our spine off, and our feet will go back behind our head, if that's what's possible. When we get here, we're going to slowly melt our spine down, vertebra by vertebra, not allowing our feet to pull the straps until our hips touch the bottom, then push the straps down. Let's do that again. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, allow the hips to roll up, 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 up. The feet go behind our head if that's what's possible. And we're going to melt our spine down, vertebra by vertebra, as we come down. And eventually they will hit. And let's do it again. One more like this. We'll exhale, peel our spine off, 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 off. Feet go behind our head. And slowly melting the spine down, vertebra by vertebra, keeping the belly pulled in nice and tight. Now we're going to open our legs to the V. We're going to keep our feet outside of our shoulders until our hips are as high up as we would like them to go. So you take a deep breath in. On the exhale, roll it off the machine. Hips go up. You're going to bring your feet back together and bring your feet to frog. You will come down, heels to butt, thighs to chest, in that frog position. Open to the V. Deep breath in. Exhale as you peel the spine off. Feet go up, up. Heels together. Heels to butt, thighs to chest, and come down in that same slow frog position. Once you start inversions, you'll really be able to feel the traction in that low back and how amazing it feels when you can get the hips up and come down in frog. Very good. Now let's start in the frog position for the last type of inversion. In this position, you're trying to get your knees to touch the shoulders and pause there just for a second. It will help get the weight of your hips a little higher off the mat. So take a deep breath in. On the exhale, curl the tailbone off the mat, knees and shoulders touch, butt to ceiling. Then straighten the legs out, melting the spine down, not pulling the straps with your feet as you come down nice and slow. Legs go straight. Let's try that one again. Feet to frog. A deep breath in. Exhale, knees and shoulders touch, butt to ceiling second. Straighten the legs out. Slowly melt the spine down, vertebra by vertebra. Now we're going to transition to our hands and strap and work our core, and that's also on 2 red springs. Very good. Now let's take our headrest, bring it back to the upright position, take our straps, and let's put our hands into short or long straps. Long straps are a little bit lighter. Short straps are a little bit heavier. You do whatever feels comfortable to you. We're going to raise our fingers to the ceiling. Our legs are in tabletop. Toes flex back to our shins. We're just going to take a deep breath in. You're going to exhale. Hands go down. Head comes up. Blow out. Inhale slowly as they lay back down. Remembering when your hands are in straps, that your goal is to keep that low back engaged on the reformer. Okay, you're not trying to allow it to pop up. You're really trying to keep the core in tight as you do it nice and slow. If it's not in your practice to raise your head off, you can keep your head down, no problem. Work your way up to the head coming up, okay? Next time hands go down, we're gonna extend our legs and bring it back up. Exhale, and bring it back down. Good, just like that. Keep the belly in, and bring it back in, just like that. Great. Another one, and bring it back in. A few more here. And bring it back in, almost. And bring it back in. That is the precursor to the 100 in Pilates. We're gonna open our arms to the side wall now. This is a reverse crunch, so my hands are trying to reach the side wall. My knees are in my chest. You're gonna try to curl your knees and nose to touch in this position. So you take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, hands go down, knees come to nose, and lower it back down. I need to change my straps because they're too long. Make adjustments as necessary. Exhale down. Inhale when they come up. Legs stay together. Exhale down. Inhale up. Good. Exhale down. Inhale up. A few more like this. Use that low belly to get that tailbone off the mat, knees to nose. If it's not in your practice to raise your head, still bring the knees in as the hands come down as far as you can. Really working on that low belly strength, just like that. Very good. One more. Now we're going to drop our arms right beside us, like T-Rex arms I call them, because your elbows stay flat, your hands are over the elbows. Head can stay down or you can elevate it. Take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, your hands will go down just like this. You're moving the carriage with your triceps. So you're flexing your triceps every time you move. Then you'll add the head. Hands down, head up, blow out. And inhale. Exhale, and inhale. Just like that. Really working that core and your triceps every time you do it. If you want to add the legs, it would be this, bicycling the legs. Every time the hands move, just like that. Point the toes, flex the quads, move the legs over the foot bar, that little extra added core stabilization and core work. Very good, just like that. For 3, 2, and 1. Very good.